when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone. Sweep the streets I used to roam. I used to roll the dice. Feel the fear in my enemy's eyes. Listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is there, long live the king. 1 minute I held the key next to walls so closed on me, and I discovered that my castle stands upon pillars of salt and pillars of sand. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, once you'd gone there was never an honest word. And that was when I ruled the world. The wicked and wild wind blew down the doors to let me in. Shadow windows and the sound of drums. People couldn't believe what I'd become. Revolutionaries wait for my head on a silver plate, just a puppet on a lonely string. Oh, who'd ever wanna be king? I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, I know Saint Peter will call my name. Never an honest word, but that was when I ruled the world.
Gimme gritando, ya sé que no se entera. El corazón escucha tu cabeza, pero ¿a dónde vas? ¿Me estás escuchando? Caí de tu orgullo que habíamos quedado. La noche empieza y con ella mi camino. Te busco a solas con mi mejor vestido, pero ¿a dónde estás? ¿Qué es lo que ha pasado? ¿Qué es lo que queda después de tantos años? Mira esos ojos que un día me miraron. Busco tu boca, tus manos, tus abrazos, pero tú no sientes nada y te disfrazas de cordialidad. Ni una sola palabra, ni gestos, ni miradas apasionadas, ni rastro de los besos que antes me dabas hasta el amanecer. Ni una de las sonrisas por las que cada noche y todos los días soñaban estos ojos en los que ahora te ves.
Are you ready?
This is the sound of the underground.
thirst for knowledge. She studied sculpture at St. Martin's College. That's where I caught her eye. She told me that her dad was loaded. I sent a case of her Robert Coca-Cola. She said fine. And then in 30 seconds time, she said, I wanna live like common people. I wanna do whatever common people do. Wanna sleep with common people. I wanna sleep with common people like you. What else could I do? I said, I'll see what I can do.
there is a club which is making history. 7 years later, in 1999, it's still kicking. Bon aeri! When the stars begin to shine, it's the time to feel the melody. These sensations you will find in the deepest factory.